Hey everyone! The fourth season of True Detective Night Country just wrapped with its season finale on HBO and Max. True Detective is a dark and gritty crime drama that tells a different story each season, featuring different troubled cops in different regions and with different crimes. The first season was great, but I don't know, the series kind of slowly started losing my attention in the second season, and I completely skipped season 3. I almost didn't watch season 4, except that this one not only stars Jodie Foster, but she's also the co-executive producer, along with Issa López, who is also the showrunner, writer, and director. So that caught my attention. So I decided to give it a try. But you know what? Did it keep my attention? Did the fourth season kind of peter out like the past seasons? Before we dive into True Detective Night Country, be sure to give this review a thumbs up. And if you like it, also subscribe for more videos. And why not leave a comment and let me know what you think? All right, everybody. Thanks so much. You absolutely make my day. Okay, so Night Country, the fourth season of True Detective, takes place in Ennis, Alaska, where the days are days long and the long night comes in lasting close to 2 months due to math and I don't know, the way the planet spins around the sun. In any case, the long night creates a truly unsettling feeling since the entire season takes place in the shadows and darkness of night, and a series of related or possibly unrelated incidents in this forbidding region that routinely gets swept under the carpet and ignored, like the number of stillbirths and the number of infant deaths in Ennis. You never know if any of it is related to the other parts of the story until the very end when it all comes together in a truly dark, twisted, and epic ending that will leave you feeling like there truly was no other outcome possible. That is how you stick a landing with a series like True Detective. It has a dark, noir-like feel that is disturbing and even a bit bizarre at times. And Night Country embraces that aesthetic and even pushes the line further into the realm of horror and supernatural. Both editions of horror and supernatural into this series play into Ennis's long night because of the region where the story takes place, being cold and dark and frozen, and the realistic feel of the spirituality of the native population. In addition to a strong story, a gritty, barren aesthetic, perfect for a crime drama, and a bizarre mystery. The acting of the entire cast was pretty good, pretty terrific. So Jodie Foster she's just a class act when it comes to whatever role she takes on. She is believable, she's authentic, she's compelling. She brings a credibility to her role as Captain Liz Danvers that is harsh and even a bit brutal at times because she taps into some real pain that is palpable on screen. Playing the part of a troubled cop is such a different role for her, and she absolutely nails it in this series. Kaylee Reis plays patrolman Evangeline Navarro, the emotionally guarded cop who has been tortured by her inability to solve the murder of Annie Kay, the Native woman who was previously found murdered and abandoned in the snow. She's a beautiful example of a strong woman who is exceptionally tough and sensitive at the same time. Not only is she a dedicated cop, she also has a long memory and a special set of skills. And I'm not talking about the fact that in real life, Kaylee is also the first Indigenous worldwide boxing champion. Seriously, this girl can kick your butt. All right, so Night Country. The story centers around the two women and how they keep bumping up against each other until they find this kind of uncomfortable truce that brings them closer and closer to finding answers about the missing scientists. And the tension between them only really increases as they get closer and closer to also solving the murder of Annie Kay. What this series absolutely gets right is that it takes a chance on two female leads who are both hard to like at first, but as you get to know them and understand what drives them, they grow more and more compelling as characters. The setting of Ennis, Alaska during the long night really adds to the gritty noir-like feel, plus that slow churning sensation of being in that region. It all enhances the feeling of suspense and terror as they seek to find a rational explanation for the missing men. Given the desolate location, the inclusion of characters from the local native tribe, and the bizarre circumstances surrounding the scientist's disappearance, the inclusion of some potentially supernatural elements feels fitting. I mean, especially since you never know right up to the end if anything supernatural is actually happening or not. Perhaps one of the biggest problems with the fourth season is that the audience for the other seasons of the show tend to lean more male. And that's, I don't know, it's a bit of a marketing hurdle for the series. Night Country revived that novelty of the first season that I loved so much, while also bringing in the very real women's issues and emotions and even problems that they experience without making the show feel feminine. I mean, it just made them feel like regular people that you would meet in the world who didn't take crap from people, basically. Both Danvers and Navarro feel like real people who have seen some stuff in their lives, and they don't get all touchy-feely about it either. They just deal with it. Other themes include parenting, the treatment of Native women, and surviving the deaths of people that you love. I could tell that True Detective really was trying to recapture me as a viewer. And you know what? It worked. I really liked this season. And I thought that the storytelling was bold and that it took some really big chances with the characters, themes, and even the supernatural twist that, I don't know, may or may not play out. I don't want to give anything away there, but I don't know, some people complain about like the supernatural elements, but you never know if it's real or not. You never quite know. However, I think some of the fans of the show might not enjoy the changes as much as I did because they are looking for a particular type of story from True Detective. They're used to a certain way of telling the story. But you know what? The changes also make for a good season to watch with your spouse or your partner or friends or people who maybe haven't seen the show before. It's a really great crossover story that I think will bring in a lot of different audience members. If you watch all of the way to the end of season 4, that subversive, uncomfortable feel of the show that kind of pushes its characters to the limits will deliver the same punchy payoff that we love with this series. Overall, if you are a fan of dark, gritty crime dramas that violate your sense of reality and normalcy, I think you're going to enjoy this season of True Detective because there is something truly fascinating about the aspects of the investigation that they show you. Some of the science that they actually talk through or the processes that they use are really interesting. The weather and how that plays into the science and into the murder investigation is fascinating. And some of the cultural norms that they bump up against, they really play into like how hard it is to solve some of these crimes when the very people you're trying to help are either afraid to talk or don't trust the police enough to talk. It's really, really interesting stuff that you just don't see that often in other shows, which is one of the reasons that I really enjoyed it. I mean, I'm a super big Forensic Files nerd. I get bored easily with crime dramas that don't give me enough of the science or enough of the process so that I can see how they solved it or why they solved it, not just that they solved it. And this season absolutely kept my interest. I highly recommend it. And I think you're going to like it too, especially if you like those kinds of dramas. I don't want to give spoilers away, but let me know what you thought of this season in the comments below. If you liked it, let me know. What did you think? Did it surprise you? Did you not like it? Did you hate it? I definitely want to know what you thought. This is one of those shows I would love to chat with people about. So please do leave a comment. All right, everybody. That's it for this review. Please give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. And be sure to hit subscribe for more videos because there are more reviews coming. All right, everybody. That's it for now. Happy viewing, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye.